Children love computers, and who can blame them? They can be both educational and fun. They're also the gateway to the internet, the information highway of the 21st century.
As an education tool, it's incredible. It's the world's biggest and most in-depth library.
The internet connects computers around the world and takes your children places they would never get to without it. But parents, beware. Some of those places are not meant for children.
And what that means is sometimes misinformation can be available, and also kids can come across things that they maybe don't want to or their parents don't want them to be involved with.
Just like most children, Steve and Mike Patterson use the internet to study and to play. Their mother, Kelly, approves, within limits.
And I think they need to be familiar with it, and they know how to use it. But there are also concerns at the same time.
Steve is 10, Mike is 7, and the net is loaded with material that is clearly not meant for them. Pornography, for example, and that's not all.
But they can also find out about things that are inappropriate, such as racism and hatred. They can be exposed to advertising of tobacco, alcohol, things totally inappropriate.
So what's a mother to do? All it takes is some good old-fashioned parental supervision and a little common sense. Rule number 1, always have your computer in a public place. Never put it in a room where there's a door that can be closed or locked. Dr. Broughton says parents should also let their children know they're around.
And I do try and pay attention then when they're on it and walk through the room occasionally so that they know that, that I have a presence and I'm watching to see what they're doing.
Tom sometimes sits with his boys when they're on the net, especially his older son, Steve.
If he's going to search, we're usually around. If he wants to jump on a site that he's been on before and the address is already on the computer, then I'm less concerned.
It's very important for parents to know where children have been. They need to sit down and use the computer with them, and they also need to look at the computer and find out where it has been. And there are programs that they can get for computers that can track where the kids have been.
Parental controls let you decide which online world your child can explore, the same way you'd select a book or a movie.
Here's a tip. Go online, and when your internet browser comes up, look for the History button. It's right here on this browser. Click on it, and you'll get a listing of all websites visited in recent weeks.
I think I saw once that there was a site that I really just skipped it. And I was like, no, I don't want to go there.
Unfortunately, it's not just websites parents have to worry about. There are people out there who might try to gain your child's trust and get them to agree to a meeting.
This is a way that we know that children have gotten into some very serious trouble. They think they're meeting a 12-year-old, and it turns out that they're meeting a 35-year-old.
Well, I've never met a friend off the internet, and I don't even know how. So all this other stuff, I'm like, whoa, I don't know anything about that stuff.
Music to a parent's ears, right? Unfortunately, they don't stay 7 forever. So here are some safety rules for children to follow while online. Don't share personal information. Don't send pictures of yourself. Don't meet someone you met over the internet unless your parents know about it. Talk to your parents if anything on the internet makes you uncomfortable.
We're not trying to teach children to be afraid. We're not trying to teach fear and avoidance. What we're trying to do is to teach skill so that they can go out with confidence and safety, and that they can use the internet in a way that's positive.